Okay, YouTube, this is a 2002 Honda Civic. I'm going to start with the most problem that you will have, the big problem. The big problem is we're going to change the radiator on this. We already done it. We're going to go over the issues that are very important. First of all, this cover, the plastic cover, comes off. When it comes off, it comes forward, just like you do a McDonald's box that it opens up, or like a suitcase. This part gonna just open up completely, so you have access to the radiator. And the way you do it is you go over here underneath the wells. Don't need to take the tires off. There's a 8mm bolt right there. You take that off, and all the little fasten that hold the plastic part, eventually you need to take that off. You cannot change the radiator without taking this plastic off. And then the plastic comes forward and you will see your radiator. But things that needs to be done: the battery needs to come out, the reservoir right here needs to come out, the lower hose and the upper hose, these are the hoses, okay? And the way you do the hose is you get pliers, you press this one against that one, and it gets real wide, and then you move it back, then you pull and you get the hose out. Most people should not have a problem with that, okay? So you got the hose out, you got battery out, you got the reservoir out. You will eventually have to take the front bumper cover only off, and this piece and this piece all gonna come out. Another item that needs to come out, this bolt right here needs to be loosened, which is your ground. And then I'm thinking what else we had to do. It's a 10mm. Everything is a 10mm. And then for the cover of the bumper, you need to use 8mm. Some of the other things that need to come out is this. You can't see it probably. There's a snap right here. There's a couple of snaps that you should see is holding it. Well, you need to loosen the left radiator and right radiator, both of them. The left one will come out real easy, but the right one, the front bumper needs to be moved. That was a trick. Now, another item that needs to be done is when you get to the radiator eventually, this is where the fan bolt holds it. This is where the fan bolt goes, I believe. Yeah. And if you look right here, you see these holes. The fan has little kind of leg that goes in there. And your radiator right here and underneath as well. You see it? It has these little cushions that it will sit on it like most cars. Now, what's so different about this car is this is your transmission hose that needs to come out. And the key is, if you notice, this is like a hook, and that's going to prevent you from pulling the radiator up because it grabs everything. You need to loosen this off and take this off completely. So you take it off from here, transmission fluid comes out. We loosen this off as well. And this is your lower hose, upper hose. So you got upper hose, lower hose, then you got this reservoir hose that goes here. This is your fan, and then the fan sits on top of this. Once you take the front bumper off, the cover only, not the metal part, you need to move the air conditioning radiator, whatever, I think it's called condenser, I'm not sure. The radiator that cools the air conditioning comes out. You push it back. That allows you room for excuse me, for the new radiator to go in. But the most amazing part about this, or the most difficult job about this, is that these come out and the front bumper comes out. The plastic part right here. The cover should only take about 3 to 4 minutes. Obviously, you do not work on a radiator unless it's cool, where you can hold it and make sure the fluids don't go everywhere, have something to catch it. By the way, right here used to be the little valve right here. We opened it up and the fluid came out. Somehow we didn't know what to do. We cut it to get it out, but no new reason to cut that, okay? Because we didn't know you have to take this out. So anyway, this valve, you open it up, the fluid comes out. Once that fluid comes out, have something to catch it. You might, if it's new, it's probably new because you had a leak recently. You can recycle it probably and use it again. But that sums it up. I think that's most of the issue. Of course, minor things like this needs to come out, this needs to come out. These are plastic. Oh, that's another trick. These little tabs right here, all you do is push them, put something underneath it, pull it up vertically, and it will come out, and then when you push it in, you close it. So all you have to do is put a screwdriver like this. You see how it came out? It's out. It's like a mushroom. Then you push it down and it goes in. I'm not going to worry about that. Most people can figure that out. So this comes out. The battery needs to come out. Of course, you disconnect the battery to get it out. I don't need to tell you that. But that's it, guys. Sums it up. That's everything. Oh, by the way, when you turn the car back on, the temperature has to be in the middle for the depends how cold it is outside. When the temperature is in the middle, you can turn the air on, and that forces the fan to come on to make sure you connected the fan as well. The fans don't come on. We drove the car 20 miles winter time, and the fans never came on, and we were worried that whether they're going to come on or not. So it takes a long time for the fan to come on, and that sums it up. Talk to y'all later.